Our mindsets profoundly impact our overall approach to life. In fact, they influence behavior, decision making, goal setting, intrinsic motivators, and really how we perceive and respond to the challenges and opportunities that we face. By definition, a mindset is the lens through which we view the world, how we see the world. It determines how we interpret our experiences and what we witness. But the interesting thing about mindsets is that what you experience and what you see can change your mindset. But equally important, maybe even more so, changing your mindset can change your perspective of what you see and what you experience. Now, fortunately, you can be intentional about the mindsets with which you approach each day. It takes reflection, maybe meditation, and selection. You have to choose to intentionally set your daily mental tone. It's kind of like selecting the playlist that you want echoing all day in your head. And it doesn't have to be the same playlist every day. You can have a different mindset for different days or even for different portions of the day. But perhaps one of the best mindsets to develop and develop intentionally is one of being non-judgmental. You don't know everything happening in other people's lives. Be non-judgmental and accept the reality of their present state. Because reacting emotionally to people, events, and situations immediately alters our aura, our presence, how we show up. And when we react, our intentional mindset is going to be dislodged, no matter how strong we think we can set that intentional mindset. It results in reactive emotions that burst into actions and behaviors and regrettable statements that we say. And we refer to these as meltdowns and hijackings. Now, as a society and as individual human beings, we really need to develop a new predisposition to pause and respond rather than to react to people, situations, and events. Remember, our emergency personnel are called first responders, not first reactors. The results would be dreadful if they reacted rather than responded in emergencies. So, employing an intentional mindset will help you establish a regular practice of questioning and refining your habits, your daily routines, and the processes to minimize future setbacks and to improve your odds of achieving your desired daily outcomes. It also increases the positive aspects of the emotional wakes that you create in yourself and in others. So I'd like to share some words of wisdom to help you create and maintain intentional mindsets. And I'll read the first three, and then I'll put a little background music on, and you can scroll through, or the video will scroll through the remainder quotations, and I'll come back to summarize and wish you good luck. Thank you. So our first quotation comes from the English author Rudyard Kipling. He said, "I always prefer to believe the best of everybody. It saves so much trouble." Isn't that true? Our second quotation comes from Lydia Child, who said, "Belief in oneself is one of the most important bricks in building any successful venture." And guess what? The most successful venture you want to build in this life is you. So believing in yourself will be one of the most important bricks in building a successful you. And the third quotation comes from myself. And I say that attitude is the paintbrush of the mind with which we color our lives. And we can choose any colors we wish. So I suggest we all choose the colors peacefulness and happiness. I bet you never thought of peacefulness and happiness in terms of colors. Do so and use those as the colors that you want to paint your own mind and your own mindset. So now I'll put a little music on and let you read and enjoy the following words of wisdom on intentional mindsets. So I hope you enjoyed those inspirational quotes and words of wisdom on intentional mindsets. They are excerpted from my book, Human Mindset Quotes, Words of Wisdom to Change the World by Changing Your Mindset. There's something like 800 quotations in that book, and it's available globally on Amazon.com, both in paper book and Kindle formats. So I hope you'll grab a copy and enjoy those 800 plus inspirational and motivational quotes. If you ever like to talk about human mindset, how to bring it into your life, into your communities, your workplaces, your schools, please send me an email. I'll set up a time for us to talk. Email me at Stephen, that's Stephen with a V and an N, at humanymindset.com, and I'll get back to you and set up a time for us to talk. Also, please follow us on Instagram at humanymindset. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this YouTube channel at Human Mindset to enjoy more content and just to think and reflect a bit about how you and I together, you and your friends and you and your family can make the world a better place for our children and grandchildren to inherit. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful week ahead.